Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It is Brittany with Scribbles by Brittany, and I am actually going to be doing kind of like an experimental thing. I have always enjoyed the Am I the Arsehole? I like reading them on Reddit and just reading them on Facebook. Some of them are really funny, so I tried to find a couple of them that were probably like legitimately funny and then like maybe just kind of giving my own perspective on is the person the asshole. And I'm actually really excited about bringing this because this is kind of something new, and I figured that you guys would probably enjoy it as much as I enjoy reading the whole asshole side of things. And I kind of wanted to break up the monotony that has become my channel. I've been doing a lot of sketch with me artwork, or at least that's what it feels like to me. I feel like I've been kind of neglecting the speed paints for a little bit, and so this is one of them. It is ice cream, ha, like a play on words, kind of funny, kind of cute. If you are into the whole morbid sense of reality. Um, so with this artwork in particular, I wanted to keep it bright and in the contrast of things. I didn't want it to get muddied up with dark colors. So I had chosen some really bright, um, standing out uh, colors. Like I chose the blue because I absolutely love the I love blue eyes, but I didn't think that brown would give me the high contrast as much as blue does, or maybe I could have even used green. I don't know, but I figured it was just very bright and just yeah. You guys understand. And without further ado, I will start to get into Am I the Asshole? So, these stories are completely submitted anonymously. I will not share the person, place, or thing. I might share like the ages of the people or if they're male or female, but I'm just gonna let you know, like, I'm not going to be that asshole that exposes them for their assholiness or if they are an asshole. So, this one is Am I the asshole for kicking my sister-in-law out of the house? My sister-in-law is angry with me because my boyfriend and I have no plans to have children. Fatherhood was never a dream for us. Fatherhood was never a dream for us, and I'm guessing that is parenthood was never a dream for us. On the other hand, my sister-in-law has been trying to get pregnant for almost 2 years. Unfortunately, this is not an easy journey for her. We avoid the subject, but last month my boyfriend had a family dinner at our house, and we had a lot of his family over. You can kind of see where this is already going. My sister-in-law spent the entire night talking about a new fertility treatment and how hard it is. And the time I, in the time, I just shook my head and said, "Good luck." Probably not the best idea, but eh. Like, if I mean, I probably would have said the same thing. Not gonna lie. When I nodded and wished good luck, it did not have ill intent. I was agreeing and being affirmative. I've always supported her from the beginning of this journey by taking her to doctor's appointments and being there for her through every failed pregnancy test. At this point, she started ranting about how I was wasting my life by not wanting children because of the trauma my mother had put me through. I ended up yelling at her and telling her to shut up. My sister-in-law knows how painful this topic is for me, but she still shook her head and said, "That's why you need a therapist. I already go to therapy." She knows this and has never supported me, talking about my life to strangers. And that's in quotes. Which I get that. I get where the sister-in-law is coming from, but the good part about therapy is the fact that a there's HIPAA laws involved, at least for the United States. There's HIPAA laws involved, so they can't go out and be like, Brittany did this, Brittany said this, Brittany sucks at her job, Brittany's crazy, it's something like that. Like you cannot go and divulge personal information to random people if you are a therapist. There's laws involved, and you can lose your licensing and credibility and everything else. Anyway, we ended up arguing, and I kicked her out of my house. My boyfriend's family is accusing me of causing the distress to my sister-in-law. My boyfriend thinks I should apologize and resolve this, but I don't think I did anything wrong here. Am I the asshole? So, I don't I don't think the writer in this is the asshole, but I think you could have expressed yourself differently. I will admit to wanting to be a fly on the wall while the argument and her going off on you, like, I wanted to see that interaction because I'm sure that was hella awkward. And honestly, the sister in law is an asshole for dragging up your personal decisions, past traumas, as well as criticizing you for going to therapy. The thought of having children is an intensely personal decision that belongs to you and whoever you choose to be with, if that's how you want to go about it. I personally think that your sister in law may need to seek out mental health help, mainly because this ordeal with the fertility treatments, not being pregnant for 2 years, seems to be taking a toll on her mental and emotional health. It would be beneficial for her to talk to somebody as a third party observer, i.e., a therapist. And for the record, I myself go to therapy, and it's absolutely life changing to be able to talk about whatever you want to a third party, because even though you don't know the answer to something, it is a way of working out any problems you may have. It is also beneficial if you're going through some life changes, and we can all benefit from talking to somebody that knows absolutely nothing about you as a like outside of like just you. Let me know what you think about the person who submitted the story by commenting below. If you want more of these videos, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. So, I don't know how you guys feel, but I just let my thoughts kind of go as far as what I think that the sister-in-law was. I think the sister-in-law was definitely the asshole. Um, I mean, maybe I do think that both of them should apologize, and because they were kind of like neither of them were. So the person that was writing it was not in the wrong for kicking her out because she established a boundary and bringing up those past traumas at a family function, and the fact that she said that she's wasting her life away by not wanting to be a parent, that is that you crossed a line, especially in somebody's house that you were invited in. That's not okay. Um, and so I definitely feel like she established that boundary by kicking her out, especially during a family function. Like, what are you doing? Um, Trying to bring up stuff from the past. So yeah, that's definitely not cool. Definitely think that the person writing this is not the asshole. The person that was yelling and screaming about past traumas and wasting your life being a parent, you are an asshole. So, yeah. Okay, so here is another Am I the Asshole story, and I did not read this one, but from the title of it, kind of funny. Like I'm like, okay, this one's probably gonna be good. So I just read the title of it when I first seen it, and I figured out to include it. So it says, "Am I the asshole? I pretended to be a ghost to get my neighbor to move." Alright? So, judging from that title, like, kinda sort of an asshole already. But let's get started on this. And yes, I'm already starting to laugh because I I feel like this is something I would do. And I only say that because I have a sign on my front window that literally says stay like no trespassing. I'm tired of trying to hide the bodies. Like I have that sign posted up in my window and it's year round. So there's no like if you are a solicitor or of any kind, just don't come to my fucking door. If you're an uninvited guest, again, don't come to my fucking door. Um so yeah, but let's get started. Okay. Here's where it's starting. Here's the situation. My neighbor Tom lives alone and has an amazing apartment, which is owned by the same landlord. Older house renovated into a duplex. We were promised we could move into the bigger apartment when he moved out, which was only supposed to be 1 year. That was 3 years ago, as he keeps renewing his lease. The other night, I was working on a project outside the house and banging around a bit. The next day, Tom mentioned that he was really spooked by strange noises and asked if we heard them. He is a very skittish person, and he said he's scared of ghosts in the past. I did not tell him it was actually me outside that night. I got to thinking maybe he's really creeped out. If he's really creeped out, he might actually finally move. During the renovation of this whole old home, there was a closet that is actually conjoined between the apartments, and I happen to know the door on his side is blocked by a couch. I went into my half and randomly knocked loudly on the door, banging it a few times dramatically at 2 a.m. Sure enough, the next morning he said he was frightened by mysterious noises from the haunted closet, and that his cats were staring at the closet but nothing was there. I did this multiple nights in a row and heard him shout out on the third night. Another night when it was raining, my husband howled outside his window and we heard about it the next day. When Tom mentioned he was thinking of finding a new place after researching the history of our building and decided it definitely was probably haunted, we knew the plan was working. I understand it's a little weird, but we seriously have been super patient, and it seemed like the only thing that's worked so far, looking for other people's opinions. Okay, honestly, like, yeah, you are kind of the asshole, but at the same time, you guys had this expectation that you guys were gonna move into his apartment when he moved out, and he didn't do that. He just kept renewing the lease, and I'm kind of curious as to why he kept renewing the lease year after year. I don't think that was intentional on his part. I think it was maybe because he could not find another place to rent or something that was in his budget. Anyway, yeah, I do kind of think you're the asshole. Funny as that is, it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I do think you guys are the asshole. Not saying that I wouldn't have done it myself to get what I want, because that's just like, yeah, you were waiting patiently for something and it wasn't gonna pop open because he's still living there. Yeah, like, if you guys are still doing it, and I would kind of want to know an update for said house, or said apartment or whatever, like, kind of funny. I would like to hear an update though to that. That was really good. It was really funny. I think that's what got me. So I want to say thank you for tuning in to this rendition of Scribbles by Brittany, and I hope that you guys are having a fabulous week. And I can't wait for you guys to see what I have in the next month. I'm really hoping to do more of these videos. It was actually a lot of fun for me to do the voiceovers for this. And I want to say thank you for following me. Like and subscribe below. If you want to see more, I am going to be doing a little bit more experimental stuff on my channel as far as like deep dives into certain topics. So, without further ado, I would like to thank you again, and like, subscribe, follow, whichever you do. I will have my social medias linked below, and my Redbubble shop is below for you guys to purchase the different designs and stuff. And remember to create more and worry less. Thank you, everybody. Bye.